first week of March, New Balance has brought us two new color combinations for this range, which will be actually a very interesting one. But at least in my opinion, I feel that having these synthetic overlays, for sure it's not gonna be one of my favorite. Hello guys, and welcome back for a brand new review. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing and also giving me a like. It will really help out the channel. You can also give me a follow on Instagram and TikTok to see exactly what I'm going to review in the next few days. In today's video guys, we're going to have a look at one out of those two recent colorways which dropped for this range coming from New Balance. So let's go ahead and take them out of the box, which as you can see will come in the regular box in this dark gray colorway, which will just have this New Balance logo in this silver color here on top. So let's go ahead and take them out. So in today's video guys, we're gonna have a look at a very interesting color combination for this New Balance 1906R. So in the last couple of months, New Balance has brought a lot of these releases for this 1906R alongside the 2002R and also the 860 V2 as well. So the latest one will be this one, which it's called the Licorice, and this one dropped in the same day with the new Spruce one. And the retail price for these ones was and still is £150, which will be around 165 US dollars. Which, if I'm not mistaken, will be the price for most of these releases. But at least comparing with some other releases which I had in the last couple of months, this one will have some slightly different materials, which for sure I would say that is gonna be just perfect for the summer, as this one will have a very breathable upper, and as usual this one will sit on an absorb midsole, which for sure feels actually quite nice underfoot. So let's go ahead and also do a breakdown of this one guys. So as you can see, for this upper we're gonna have a mix of two materials mainly. One of it will be this off-white mesh material, which feels quite breathable, and on top we're gonna have this synthetic overlays, which will come in different colorways. Covering the front part of the turbo section, we're gonna have some silver tumble leather. We're also gonna have some gray nubuck as well here at the front, which will also have some chameleon paint on top. Then in the midfoot we're gonna have this side walls, which will give it some construction as well, which will come in this purple to chameleon colorway. Of course, in the midfoot we're also gonna have this N logo, which was introduced a couple of months back, and this one is called the N lock, which will go from this N logo to the lacing system as well, and this one will be present on both lateral and medial side. As in for the actual lacing system, we're gonna have some punch out holes. We're also gonna have some loops as well here in the midfoot, and these ones will keep in place these off-white flat laces. Underneath these laces we're gonna have a very well padded tongue made out of this mesh material, which here at the top will have this New Balance running lettering, which is looking quite nice. Then going to the back of the shoe, covering the whole heel section, we're gonna have this heel counter support, which will be made out of flexible TPU material, which will reveal this mesh underneath. We're also gonna have this NB lettering as well. Then going inside of the shoe, for this one we're gonna have this gray lining, which will have a very good amount of padding, which will keep your foot quite good in place. Also at the bottom guys, for this one we're gonna have a slightly thicker foam insole, which will be an ortholite one. which for sure will make the fitment for this shoe feel a bit tighter than usual. So as other releases, here at the heel section we're gonna have imprinted this New Balance lettering, the New Balance logo, 1906 and neutral cushioning, and also enhanced performance with Ortholite. So now guys, we can go to this Absorb midsole in this cream and gray colorway, which yet again it's completely unchanged. In my opinion, I feel that even though this one has a very retro design, it's looking actually quite good, and also the level of comfort provided by this one is good as well. So for sure this is one of my favorite midsoles coming from New Balance. So now guys, we can finish with this rubber outsole in this black color, which again will have the same pattern as the 2002 and the 860 V2. As you can see here at the front, we're also gonna have some Absorb foam exposed as well. In the midfoot, as usual, we're also gonna have this stability web clip in this gray color. And of course, at the heel section, we're gonna have your usual New Balance lettering. As in for the actual sizing, guys, for me, as I have a skinny fit, for this one I went with my true to size, and I need to admit that at least comparing with other 1906 releases which I tried before, this one actually feels a bit more snug, and for sure it will be from this Ortholite foam insole, which will be a bit more thicker. So I would say that if you have a skinny fit, you can just stick with your true to size, but in case you have normal fit, guys, maybe you want to try a half size up, just to make sure that this one is not going to be too tight for you. And just in case you have wide fit, guys, most definitely you need to go with at least a half size up or even a full size up. So overall, guys, this latest release coming from New Balance for this 1906R, which for today we had it in this licorice colorway. In my opinion, I need to admit that it has a very nice upper with a very nice colorway, but as other releases, unfortunately this one will just bring these synthetic materials, which for sure I'm not a big fan of. Most of the times I do prefer to have some leather, nubuck or suede, which unfortunately this one doesn't have at all. But rather than that, I would say that this upper will be quite breathable, so for sure it will be a very good addition for summer, which will also be the case for the new spruce colorway as well, which dropped in the same time with this one. And of course, as usual, we're gonna have that Absorb midsole, which for sure feels quite squishy underfoot. But as I've said earlier, I really feel that because of that Ortholite foam insole, which will be thicker, this one will fit a bit more snugger than usual. So yeah guys, this was my unboxing and reviewing of this brand new release coming from New Balance for this 1906R in this licorice colorway. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to press the like button, maybe also subscribe to the channel. You can also give me a follow on Instagram and TikTok to see exactly what I'm going to review in the next few days. Of course, if you want to have a look at any of my other reviews, you can choose from any of the videos which you have now on the screen. And as always, I will see you in my next one. Thanks for watching.